District Attorney Sim Gill releasing body cam video today of a deadly officer-involved shooting with a man having a mental health crisis. Gill says that the officers were justified in using lethal force. News specialist Ayana Likens joined us live right now and spoke with Representative Steve Eliason on what he recommends if your loved one is in a mental health crisis. Ayana?
Yeah, Mike, the man who was killed, Jeb Murr, was having a mental health crisis that night. And the family told the district attorney today that they don't have any animosity towards police about what happened that night, but they do hope that those police officers and other officers receive more mental health training. And they hope that those who are struggling with their mental health can get the help that they need. Now, before we show you this video, we do want to put a warning out there that it may be hard for some to watch. This is the deadly encounter between Jeb Murr and police back on September 26th. The officers responding to a series of 911 calls. First from Muir's wife, who claimed he was angry and in psychosis. Hours later, Muir also called 911, warning that if SWAT officers showed up, that he would kill them, and if police tried to fight him, they would regret it. A neighbor also called 911, saying that Muir was in his driveway with a rifle, asking him if he wanted to die. Within seconds of officers arriving on scene, they confronted Muir, and that's when shots rang out. Show your hands! An officer was grazed by a bullet, and Muir died at the scene. Muir's family shared with Gill that they wish they could have gotten Muir mental health treatment and hope officers receive more training.
They struggled as a family trying to find meaningful mental health services for their son.
District Attorney Sim Gill says this is a tragedy for all involved.
A majority of the times, these are avoidable if we could make those interventions early on.
Representative Steve Eliason says if your loved one is in a mental health crisis and has a weapon, the best thing to do is to ask if you can have their weapon.
Keeping time and distance between somebody who is temporarily not thinking straight and a weapon is always a good idea.
He says you can call 988 to help you calm down a loved one with a mental health crisis. And then the 988 team will decide whether or not to call for a mobile crisis unit. Or, he says, you can call 911.
If they feel like there's active threats being made against them or someone else, then calling 911 and requesting a CIT trained officer. That stands for Crisis Intervention Training.
And Representative Eliason says that those CIT trained officers, they have an extra level of training on how to respond to these mental health calls. But he says if you're ever in doubt on who to call, if you're in a mental health crisis, you can always call 988. They're available 24/7, 365 days a year. And then their crisis workers can dispatch the right team to you. Reporting live tonight, I'm Ayana Likens.
Yeah, tough situation all around for everyone involved in something like that. Ayana, thank you.